What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Mathews back at it again with another video for 92.9 The Game. First and foremost, make sure you guys follow Sports Radio 92.9 The Game at 929 The Game on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We everywhere on social media. So follow us at 929 The Game on all social media platforms. You can follow myself at _Dylan Mathews on Instagram and Twitter. Also Dylan Mathews on Twitter as well. If you want more YouTube videos from myself specifically, you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. This just Dylan Mathews, DYLANMATHEWS, just one T. Very important, just one T. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to the 92.9 The Game YouTube channel. Turn your notification bells on so you get notifications, push notifications, whatever type of notifications for when we drop a video. You'll be the first to know. But guys, today we are talking about a little rumor that's been circulating around the Georgia football news circuit. That is Oklahoma quarterback. Well, now, I guess technically he's still the Oklahoma quarterback. I don't know if you say former Oklahoma quarterback or what. I'm talking about Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams has entered the transfer portal. He has confirmed it himself. He put a post out on his social media saying that, while Oklahoma is definitely an option to come back to, he is just going to explore his options. So Caleb Williams just said he's going to be a free agent around this mug. And with the new NIL deals, and we'll get to those in a second, this is the power that the transfer portal and these players have. They have a chance to see if they can go somewhere else and maybe get some money, and the team can help them get some money. It's just the world we're living in now when it comes to college football. So let's talk about Caleb Williams and the possibility of him coming to Georgia. I've seen mixed reviews on social media about whether or not Caleb should or should not come to the University of Georgia to play quarterback. So let's get into it right now. Just for a little background information on Caleb Williams, here are his 2021 season stats. He was 136 for 211. Obviously, he did not play a full season. He came in relief of who was a starting quarterback, Spencer Rattler. He's now transferred on to Missouri. He'll be the starting quarterback most likely for Missouri, barring injury or anything like that. He came on for Spencer Rattler in relief of him in the Texas game, and he hasn't looked back since he took over the starting job since that Texas game. So his 2021 season stats, Caleb Williams are 136 for 211 for 1,912 yards, a 64.5 completion percentage. He averaged 9.1 yards per attempt, 21 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That's passing, by the way, 21 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions. His longest touchdown pass was a 67-yard touchdown pass, and he had a 169 rating this season. When it comes to rushing, he rushed 79 times for 442 yards, 5.6 yards per carry, 6 touchdowns rushing, and his longest rush was 74 yards. Now, I want to go ahead and get into this before I get into more stats or anything like that. Of course, Caleb Williams coming to Georgia would be great for Georgia, but they don't need him. That's the crazy part about it. Could they use him? Yes, but it would be a very crowded quarterback room, and I think that's the biggest reason why it doesn't seem like a fit. Maybe it is, but I don't think it would be a fit. Now, there has been another rumor / conspiracy theory. I'm not putting much merit behind this. I don't know how true it is. I don't know the validity of it. But there is a rumor going around that UGA has persuaded. Now, I will put this out there. UGA did recruit Caleb Williams before they got Gunnar Stockton. So I will put that out there. But there is another rumor that UGA is like, hey, Caleb, if you come to Georgia, you could get like $2 million in NIL deals if you come this way. So that's just the word on the street when it comes to, Caleb Williams and the Georgia Ruckus. And that this could be a part of the reason why he came to the transfer portal in the first place. Like I said, maybe to see what kind of money is out there in NIL deals if he was to go elsewhere. But as far as the crowded quarterback room goes, if Caleb Williams did come to Georgia, this is what the quarterback room would look like for the Georgia Bulldogs. Caleb Williams, who's a sophomore. Brock Vandagriff, also a sophomore. That doesn't seem like that will work out too much. and Gunnar Stockton, who's a freshman. So let's just say Caleb Williams came to Georgia. Brock Vandagriff, don't know if he would get a chance to play. I mean, he would maybe get 1 year as a senior because obviously he wouldn't go out his junior year because he probably wouldn't get any more play time. Caleb Williams would at least be Georgia's quarterback for 2 years, his sophomore year and his junior year, and maybe even his senior year. And if that's the case, then you waste Brock Vandagriff. Gunnar Stockton would maybe get a year or two. So it just seems too crowded. I don't know. And then not to mention Carson Beck. So I'm not sure if that's what Caleb Williams wants to go into, or I don't know if you're sending a good message if you bring in Caleb Williams. If that's sending a good message to your recruits or your future recruits saying, hey, like, we might recruit you, but we also might get a guy who's already established in the transfer portal to help us keep winning. So don't know if that's a message Kirby Smart wants to send, especially at an important position like quarterback. However, Caleb Williams is talented, and he does have a lot of tools. Obviously, he's got his legs, and he's got a fairly good arm, too. His stats in the Valero Alamo Bowl go as follows. He was 242 in 21-27 for 242 yards, 9 yards per attempt, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He did have a fumble, but good stats. I mean, this dude, he does have the arm talent. He has the leg talent, too. He's multi-dimensional, can run, can pass. Obviously, Oklahoma finished 6th at 11-2. As I mentioned earlier, came in relief for Spencer Rattler in a 55-48 win over Texas. He finished the game 16-25, 212 yards, 8.5 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and he had a 97.5 QBR. You see why, linking around the side of the stick with old Caleb. He did struggle against Baylor, though. It was a very important game. They lost 27-14. He was only 9 of 18, 142 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Spencer Rattler also came in that game. He went 4 of 6 for 36 yards. But like I said, the main thing that I'm just not sold on this whole Caleb Williams to Georgia rumor is how crowded the quarterback room would be. And also, I get that he's a good talent, but do you guys honestly think he would be that much better than what Stetson is now? And I mean, Stetson is very good. I mean, he's a solid quarterback. I know, the debate goes on about Stetson, but if we look at the numbers, I mean, him and Stetson are kind of close. And, there's no chance, he would take Stetson's job because Stetson is a senior and he's going to be gone after this year anyway. But Caleb Williams' best game this season was against Texas Tech. He went 24 of 30, 402 yards, 13.4 yards per attempt, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. Great game. Great game against Texas Tech. Stetson Bennett's best game on that hand, you could say it was either UAB, and yes, I know, it's UAB. He was 10 of 12 for 288 yards, 24 yards per attempt, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Or you could also argue that Stetson Bennett's best game to date was the college football playoff semifinal game against Michigan, 313 yards, 20 of 30, 10.4 yards per attempt, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He threw a couple of deep balls as well. But listen to this. So Caleb Williams started 7 games, plus he, kind of started half a game against Texas. So I included that into these numbers that I'm about to give you. Stetson Bennett did have a lot more starts, 11 starts. But in Caleb Williams' 7 starts, he only had two 200-plus yard games, 2 250-plus yard games, and only 1 300-plus yard game in 7 starts. So that's 5 games where he at least had 200 yards. So he was 5 of his 7 games, he at least had 200 yards. I mean, that's good, but that ain't great. Is that something you really want to, shake up your quarterback room for? And in comparison, him to Stetson in 11 starts, he had 8 games with at least 200 yards. So 8 out of his 11 starts, he had at least 200 yards. So I don't know if you necessarily want to bring in Caleb Williams. Again, yes, I understand he's a good talent, multi-dimensional, all that. But do you really want to bring in a guy who is pretty close to like a guy you already have seen in Stetson Bennett? And do you want to shake up the quarterback room, possibly have quarterbacks transfer in for this dude? Like, I just don't know if it's worth it for Georgia. I don't know if it's worth it for Kirby Smart. Like, just go with the great talent you have. You got a 5-star dude in Brock Vandagriff. Got a 5-star dude in Gunnar Stockton. Like, I wouldn't understand the move if I was Georgia. But, I mean, hey, Georgia's at this point now where they're not like trying to rebuild, they're trying to reload every year. So I would understand it, but just don't know if it's really the right move for Georgia. But guys, make sure you like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about Caleb Williams possibly coming to Georgia. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Like I said, I personally think you're crowding up the quarterback room a little too much. You're not sending a good message to the recruits you have now at quarterback in Brock Vandagriff and Gunnar Stockton. And you're not necessarily sending a good message to future players you might recruit, because it's like, yeah, we might recruit you, but we also might bring in a guy that's the same year as you, who's going to start over you probably, and you might not get any play time, and you might just want to go ahead and transfer. I mean, who's going to want to do that? So I just don't know if it's the right move for Kirby Smart and this Georgia team. I get it. Like I said, you're at the phase where you want to just reload every year, not rebuild, but you got good recruits. You're going to have to recruit. I just don't know. You know, it's good to fill in pieces at the, with the transfer portal, but quarterback honestly is just not a piece you need right now if you're Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Subscribe to the 929 The Game YouTube channel. Follow 929 The Game at 929 The Game on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on all social media platforms. We're everywhere, Also, you can follow myself at _Dylan Mathews on social media, Instagram, Twitter. I'm on Facebook at just Dylan Mathews. You can follow me anywhere on social media. Also, if you want to see more YouTube videos from moi, if you like what I'm doing, you can go ahead and subscribe to my personal YouTube channel. It's just Dylan Mathews, DylanMathews. Just one T, very important, just one T. All right, guys. Again, like this video, comment your thoughts. Do you like Caleb Williams coming to Georgia? Do you not? Let us know in the comments down below. Till we talk to you guys next time, I'll bring you a Georgia-Bama preview here pretty soon, so stay on the lookout for that. That's the reason you need to turn your notification bells on so you can see when the latest stuff drops, and you can be the first one to check out that Georgia-Bama preview. But again, I'm Dylan Mathews. Follow 929 The Game on all social media platforms. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.